Hello everybody. The title of my video today is Answer 5 Social Questions for a Grand Prize of $5 million. Honorific and dear fellow Earthlings. Greetings! If you can answer the 5 questions posed in this article, which are closely related to the fate of all Earthlings, and win the global contest, you can win a grand prize of $5 million. Here's what you need to know about the prize. After decades of thought and research, I have found that in order to clear our minds from the complicated situation of human problems, to find a breakthrough, to untie the dead knots of significant problems faced by all countries, it is the only way to give priority to finding solutions to man-made fatal problems and related problems. This is why I propose that, in order to do our best to avoid man-made catastrophes, all governments of the world and all the people of the earth should answer the following 5 questions and hold a global competition to find a majority consensus about them, and then take joint action. The 5 questions are as follows. 1. What are the obvious and potential man-made fatal problems that would make every human being on this planet a victim, or even the common destruction of the whole human race? 2. What are the related issues that need to be addressed simultaneously in order to find solutions to the man-made fatal problems? 3. What is the method of finding majority consensus? If bidding competitions are the only way to find majority consensus, what are the evaluation indicators and evaluation methods for bidding competitions? 4. Is it necessary and possible to find solutions to the man-made fatal problem and related problems as a systematic project similar to the Manhattan Project? If necessary and possible, what is the basic methods? 5. Whether or not there is a majority consensus that mankind can find a solution to man-made fatal problems. If not, can the causes be agreed upon by the majority? If so, what is the majority consensus solution? How can we compete on these 5 questions? Before mankind has created a competition mechanism similar to the Olympic Games for social problems, if we have to do our best to find a majority consensus, the only viable way at this point is to set up a bidding competition. Its popular version is the scientific bragging contest. It's done as follows. 1. Any nation, organization, and team or individual can post their answers to the 5 questions above on the internet and be challenged by everyone. Please refer to Appendix I for the basic indicators that should be satisfied by the provider of the answers. 2. Once someone has posted their answers to the 5 questions in the mass media, anyone can add to, modify, or challenge the provider's proposal. Please refer to Appendix 2 for details on how to do this. In order to motivate as many people as possible to participate in the contest, this paper proposes that the winner of this contest be awarded a prize 5 times greater than the Nobel Prize. The world's largest corporations and the world's richest people will be asked to provide the necessary funds for this prize. Why is it necessary to give the winner of the contest a prize 5 times greater than the Nobel Prize? There are at least 2 reasons. 1. Human problems are caused directly or indirectly by all Earthlings. To find solutions and ultimately solve them, the solutions must be understood and recognized by the majority of the population. Therefore, the competition for these 5 problems requires the participation and attention of the majority of the Earth's population. But for public or social problems, the vast majority of people have had the human weaknesses of free rider, even when human problems are very serious and imminent. The majority of people will probably remain indifferent to them, but if some people participate in the social problems competition with a prize 5 times as large as the Nobel Prize, people might be compelled to pay attention out of curiosity and even participate in it. 2. The 5 questions posed in this video are fundamental to humanity's ability to get out of its predicament, and it's very difficult to answer them in a way that can be justified and agreed upon by the majority of the world's people. But once we find majority agreement on the answers to these 5 questions, they will have a huge impact on human society and will lead to a series of major changes of incalculable value. The prize money that would be awarded to the winner would be a piece of cake if none of the answers to these 5 questions can win the approval of most people. No one can take away the bonus no matter how high it is set. Why don't we do this business that only makes money and doesn't lose it? In order to stimulate discussion, debate, and competition on the 5 questions above, I have given an answer to the 5 questions posed in this video. Its text version, my answers to this video, answer 5 social questions for a grand prize of $5 million, has been already uploaded to my blog. My blog is fangsingheblogspot.com. Critique, challenges, and contests are welcome. Appendix B. Answers to contest questions should satisfy the following 5 indicators. That is, evaluation indicators. 1. Have you answered the above 5 questions? 2. Can all answers not only be concise and to the point, but also be continuously broken down into specific details? Or can it be expressed in a pyramid structure or mind map? 3. Can you accept constant questioning? If you can't answer, can you give the reasons that most people agree with? 4. Can you justify all your answers or self-consistency? 5. Can you win the competition? Appendix 2. 6 rules to follow in a contest. That is to say, the method of evaluation. 1. The purpose of challenging the answers is to examine whether the provider's answers can justify itself. To avoid the confusion of the blind men touching the elephant, no one can evaluate the right or wrong answer of the provider based on challenger's own point of view. 2. Challenging the provider's answers has 2 meanings. First, find that the answer is basically feasible, but there is some room for improvement. Anyone can provide supplement, modifications, or upgrades to his or her proposal. 2. Find that the provider's answers are not self-consistency, and thus to reject the answers. 3. There are several ways to find out whether or not the provider's answer is self-consistency. 1. Examine whether a person's views are contradictory. 2. Using common sense agreed by majority as a criterion to examine whether the provider's answer is self-consistency. 4. If the challenger cannot use the above 2 methods to find out whether the provider's answers are self-consistency or not, but in his feelings, he can't accept them completely. He can express his feelings to see if the provider of answers can give an explanation. 5. Both the provider of the answers and the challenger must admit that their opinions are only hypotheses. Whether they are agreed upon or rejected by the majority, they must not make personal attacks at any time. 6. The goal of both the provider and the challenger is to find a better self-justifying solution to the problem, not only just to win. Both sides should recognize that if a majority consensus on a better solution can be found, regardless of whether they win or lose in the bidding competition, they will get at least 2 major benefits. 1, the problem may be solved. 2, they will realize their own shortcomings and grow. Both sides should be very happy about this. The race to solve human problems is not a zero-sum race, but a real win-win race. It is recommended that both provider and challenger adopt this kind of attitude that before the competition, they should think that my idea is the best in the world. After the competition, they should think that the winning solution is the best in the world. For those who wish to join us in creating a Humankind Problems Olympiad, please send an email to fangsinghiggmail.com. The next video is titled, Are There 4 Deadly Mistakes in Humanity? Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you.